Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Diary of a WoT Noob with me, Dwybo. It's still Christmas, as you can see. Unfortunately, we've run out of premium account. Even more unfortunately, we ran out about 10 minutes ago, just before we had this battle, which would have been rather a sweet profit with premium. As it was, still a decent enough profit, so I shouldn't complain too much. Anyway, here we are, the Cruiser Mark IV. Fully upgraded now, so this will be our farewell battle before moving on to the next tank. We've got the best radio, tracks are up, best engine, turret upgrade, and we've got the Bofors. I haven't actually had a fight with the Bofors yet. I managed to upgrade it when we were still on ×5 and I haven't got round to playing it since. So let's take it out and see how it goes. Standard British tank, not too bad armour on the front as we've already discussed, and quite nimble. So depending on which tiers we get put in with, oh, that's not bad, is it? Not bad at all. A map that's quite good for mobility and top tier in a very flat spread. We've only got 2 shells noticed. I wonder if that's like the pom-pom and it goes pop 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 pop. We shall find out. So we have got AMX could be a bit of a problem on their side. Tough armour. I may not be able to penetrate him unless I get quite close and maybe find some flat bits. Most of the rest of them aren't a problem. I want to avoid getting hit though. I don't have an awful lot of armour compared to a lot of things, and all of those guys can help. Right, I'm just going to sit here for a moment and see where everybody goes. So 46 Namada, hopefully we'll get some more TDs down that road. 76 is going that way. We've got a cruiser BT7 going over that way to the hill. I think we're a bit weak on the road side, so I'm going to go over there and reinforce. Now we have got good gun depression in this, so we could do a bit of peeky up the middle, and it would have been quite nice to have gone to the big hill on the east side and we could have poked down from there, but I'm not sure about this gun and how good it is for sniping, so we'll go and use these rises over here for the gun depression and the shorter range engagement. We just need to watch that we don't get twatted from the side while we're doing it. So go, not quite. Oh, I see, it is a... And I think I've just completely missed everything there, but there we go.
Target acquired. Enemy armor is destroyed.
Okay, that's an arty shot coming on me, so backing off, backing off. I am finding it a lot easier to use auto-aim when I'm doing that pop and drop stuff. It was recommended to me in YouTube and on the forums to use auto-aim for that sort of thing. I've been shying away from it a little, but it does make that very easy. It may be even easier if I didn't insist on having grass turned on in sniper mode to make it look pretty for you guys, but there you go.
Track hit. Enemy vehicle damaged.
So we took a bit of a risk there going around that corner just to finish him off and free up our TD. Otherwise he could have been chased around that rock, and with no turret to turn and fight back with, he could have been in trouble. So I think it was worth taking the risk. Same tier as me, I only really needed one shot to kill him, so this double tap gun should have had no trouble at all. So we'll get back over to this side. 46 is pushing up through there and not seeing anything. We're not getting hit from down the end of the road, which is surprising. I'd expect to have seen shell. I'll just knock that tree down, that was a bad move. I was expecting to see a lot more shells coming from over there, especially at the 46, but he's got away with it.
Enemy is hit.
Again, we'll unload the clip at where he was, since we're going to have to pause. 76 cleared him out. since we had to pause to reload anyway, it made sense just to fire the other two off before we backed away. And we'll move up on this side, try and make use of the slight depression that I think is over here, so that we don't easily get hit from that side. Ah, there's the Marder at the back. We'll use this bush for a bit of cover. If we can't see through it, he can't see me. There he goes. So move up again. There's not much left. There's Arty over there that everyone's sorting out. There was a couple of guys over on the far side, on the east by the hill. And I think that's going to be just about it. Nothing more down in this corner. Ah, I lied. Here we go. There he is. Now, hopefully he's going to come running back to sort our blokes out, so we'll just give it a moment to aim. There we go. That double tap is rather nice, because it's very fast reload, and if you're close enough like that, you don't have to wait for the re-aim either, so that's very good. So we'll just come hammering over here. If that Renault... No, Renault's not going to get a chance to put his head over. I was going to stop and start to aim on the crossing, but there was no need. So, good game, guys. We managed to mop them up, and that's not a bad way to finish with that tank. I think I was kill-stealing rather than killing, but we'll see. Oh no, I can't have done too badly. Didn't actually take any damage, only got one hit, so the armour's not as bad as I thought. And we did almost 400 points of damage, so almost twice. Not brilliant, but not bad, and quite nicely spread amongst our team. So a good team effort there. Well done, chaps. Okay, so I'll have the brief pause while we unload everything from here, get the next tank, which I believe is the Valentine, and we'll be back for our first battle in that. Just in one moment. So here we are. My bad, it wasn't the Valentine, of course, it's the Covenanter that comes next. Now, I almost made a huge error. As usual with the tier 4s, I've taken the chance to train them up to 75% for credits. Shame I didn't get here over Christmas when I could have done it for half price. But as it was, I only had 68,000, so I couldn't afford to train the last guy. Fortunately, I learned a trick the other day from a comment on the YouTube channel. Go to depot, check that not compatible with my vehicles and make sure everything else is on, and it'll show you all the stuff you've got sitting around that you can sell and that you can't put onto a vehicle at the moment. These will all be things from vehicles that I have upgraded away from, so I don't need them anymore unless I go back for some strange reason. So I found one of these. I think it was the £6 off the Matilda, which was worth 14,000 credits. Sold it, used the money to train up the loader, so we've now got a 75% crew all round. We've put the radio up to the one that we've previously researched. Engine we can't do, turret we can't do. We can only get up to the pom-pom. Even though we've got the 40 Bofors, it doesn't go in this turret, so we'll go for the pom-pom for now, and then once we get the turret upgraded, we'll put the Bofors, however you pronounce it. So we'll just load this guy up with some ammo, any old amount. As usual, turn on the automatics. We're getting to the stage where it's worth, in my eyes, running with consumables again. So we'll put those on and have them resupplied. Accept that, and we're ready to go. It's a light tank, 330 view range. The commander's not too bad now at 75, so we can't even put on the binoculars. Never mind the camouflage net. Low load capacity. It does tell you if you try and put it on, it just refuses, and you get a system error over here. So we're going to have to run it naked. Bit better armour than the last one. Hull isn't too bad. The hull sides are better than the turret sides, interestingly, so, and the hull front as well. So hull down isn't perhaps as much of an option in this one as in the other British tanks, except of course it gives you a lot smaller target profile for them to shoot at. But let's see how she does. Again, we'll play it by ear depending on the tier of the battle we get put into. If we're low down the list, we'll take more of a spotting role, remembering that we haven't got camo. But luckily, we're quite a long way up the list. It's tier 4's a go-go. Dragon Ridge. So depending on where everyone else goes, now remember I haven't got the upgraded engine in here, so we're going to be relatively slow. We're going to have problems getting up hills as well, so we need to consider that for our route. So we don't really want to be going all the way across to B2, C1 and up that hill there, because we will take ages. So probably the best thing to do will just be to go straight forwards and get to that lump around D7 and see what we can do from there. Again, there's some little hilly bits, so we can do the hull down that we said we were going to do. Gun depression, very good indeed. So we can go up in front of us, we can use our gun depression to snipe down into the valley over here if they push through that. Elevation is not too bad, so we could even go down to the valley floor and shoot upwards, but depression is going to be the key there. And of course when we're shooting down at them like that, our front armour is very angled from their shots, which will help immensely. So first victim, in fact. Let's see if we can get a shot on him while he shoots our Matilda. In fact, we'll use our Matilda for cover. Wait till he comes back up again. Or not, he's hiding. And whoever's shooting the Matilda can't see. That's not good. Nor can the Hetzer. And that's an arty shot, I think. So hopefully our heavy will come round that corner and start lighting them up. We'll just hang on here until then. Keep an eye on what's going on this side to make sure we don't get surrounded. They're starting to have a bit of a move through there actually, and this Hetzer can't drive around anything. We're not being much use here. We'll pretend we're covering the B1's advance. But that Stuart's coming around the back, so we're going to have to leave the B1 to its fate for a moment. We must remember on this double tap not to shoot allies. Right, now they're going after our B1. I need to get back here helping him. I'm going to have to drive quite a long way down to do it. This is not good. This is not good. I'm going to have to get down there and help him, and if I get shot at from the side, so be it. I also haven't reloaded the clip, have I?
They're hit. We killed our driver. We're covering
that's
his
what we're worried about.
position, but not very well.
We haven't got the engine power to actually get out of the hole. It's not good. We want to get some cover from whatever was shooting at us from over here.
Stay around. We're finished.
And we got artied. That wasn't brilliant by a long way. And there goes the tree over there, so that's the 38 coming round. That was anything but brilliant. Just could not reverse back up that hill with the engine I've got, so that's one to remember. They're having a bit of a push through the village. Unfortunately that guy's round the back. I don't know. And our medium back on B7 can't be AFK because he's moved from his spawn. I can't get on him. There we are. Oh, that's the Matilda, right. So hopefully, if the Matilda would like to look in the correct direction from where the enemy are coming, he can defend the base. So we'll leave that for now and come back for the results while I have a think about how badly I played. Back in a minute. So, a crushing loss. In the end, they outcapped us, even though they We only had 2 guys left and they had loads. An enormous 50 XP on a loss, oh dear, and quite possibly a money loser as well, which, since I haven't got a lot of credits at the moment, isn't good. I can't really complain about our base camping Matilda not doing much, because I hardly did any more, so let that be a lesson to me to keep my mouth shut. As I say, the gun depression was very good. The engine was incredibly gutless. 300 horsepower, and the one after that's 20% more power, so that could make a difference. 300 horsepower on an 18-ton vehicle does explain why it couldn't get out again. So yes, whether I went the right way or not, I probably dithered around for too long at the top. Should have got round and helped the guys a bit more quickly. I thought I would be able to see further than I did, even with that 330 view range. I think the 75% commander stiffed us a bit there. So again, one to remember. If I'm remembering right, 75% means this is about 12% less, so about 290. And I need to remember 290 is less than 3 squares. But otherwise, like the gun, the armour would probably have bounced a bit more if I hadn't had an arty shell land on top of my head. An arty that in fact got 3-4 kills by the end of the battle, so he was playing well. And we'll have to get used to it, get some upgrades done before we make any more decisions. But otherwise, it's got cuteness going for it, so that's never a bad thing in a tank you have to look at. Okay, well, that's a sad end to the video, the not doing very well, but I did promise you'd get the bad as well as the good, and there was one of the bad, the Covenanter, which will get better as we play it, and hopefully I'll be able to show you a decent battle with it later. Until then, ta-ra!